Welcome to Farmhouse Fix Up Part 1, where we are converting our 1870s farmhouse into something we will love. So here we are the day after closing, pulling countertops up in the kitchen. And then we also pulled the rest of the cabinets here. We wanted to get behind there and try and get to the plaster that is behind there and get it all cleaned out. So this part is such a bummer. I really wanted to keep that brick double oven area, but we were not going to be able to refinish it, and it was off center and everything. So here's me poorly trying to knock it out. I did not do a good job. Jordan ended up having to finish the job for me. Then we were back in the kitchen pulling down plaster and lath. I could not for the life of me figure out how to say that for the longest time, so it is lath. And we had some nasty, loose insulation. It was messy, it was dusty. And then not to mention, in the kitchen, there is a drop ceiling that was held on by nothing. It's all drywall, and then underneath it, of course, is more plaster and lath. And then we're moving on to the living room, pulling more paneling. And here we are finally at the walls, knocking down a bunch of plaster. Really, really satisfying to watch it come down, honestly. Watch the walls kind of disappear. But again, a lot of this is just cleaning, so much cleaning. Here we are back in the dining room, and you'll see we're gonna end up cleaning up again because plaster is just so messy. Jordan knocking in his face doesn't feel good. And here is what I'm considering day 2 of demo, even though we started on the day that we closed. So here we are back in the kitchen pulling off a bunch of lath and plaster, just whatever was left over. And here's my aunt who actually grew up in the house, pulling down some more lath and plaster in the dining room. And then she did the concrete that none of us could really get off the wall, so thank God for her. Jordan helped her out a little bit in there too after he was done in the kitchen. So here we go into the living room. This is my cousin. She is knocking down a bunch of the plaster. If you notice, we are pulling the lath and the plaster separately. We were going to burn the lath, but notice there are a lot of nails, so we decided not to do it and just threw it in the dumpster. And on to day 3 of demo. So here we are starting in the front bedroom. Jordan and his dad are pulling apart the closet that's in there. Here's what it looked like once I got that all done. This is actually coming down because this is going to be my office, so it was kind of cool to see it all open like that, to see how big it would be. And then they started working on the walls. This is just a really satisfying clip. I'm going to let it run for a minute, but these are really easy to get down. The lath is when you have an opening on the other side, you just kind of knock them through, and it's just really satisfying, like I said in the last video, to watch it all come down. And then here is my cousin again. She is starting on that addition where there's 2 bedrooms. It's all drywall instead of plaster, so it's a little bit easier. And then I'm kicking in some drywall. I did this a lot, and then Jordan had to show me up, but you'll see here he hurt his back. So that's what you get for showing me up, Jordan. Don't do it again. As I got into the hallway, like I said, this was an addition, so this was an original exterior wall. I found all the old siding. Look at how cool this is. We're definitely going to keep this and refinish it, and this is going to be the master bedroom, so I think it's going to look really cool in there, the master suite, I guess. And now on to the last day of this free weekend that we had, day 4 of demo. Here I am back in the 2 bedrooms in the addition, kicking and punching down some drywall, and then I started on the other side of that closet wall. This is an exterior wall, and it was coming off in tiny little chunks, and it had really messy insulation in it, and so I ended up giving up on that and moving over to the wall between the 2 bedrooms because I really wanted to see this open. So it is really satisfying to see big pieces come out like that. Here's Jordan punching and kicking down the rest of it between that wall so that we can see the whole entire room as one, since it is going to be our master suite. And then here I am back in that closet that I did 2 sides on. If you could believe it, there is more exterior siding behind here. And then Jordan and his dad were back in that front bedroom pulling down that closet that I said was coming down. You can see him taking down a chunk of it here. I didn't get the full video of them taking it down. Then they went into what's going to be the pantry / mudroom. So they're pulling off everything there, the lath and plaster. Again, not so much lath and plaster today, which was super nice because I feel like that's all we've done over the past few days. And this is some sort of laminate right here that they're peeling off, and they're pulling off trim work as well. So that is all we had for this round. I'll have more next week, but just showing you around what we finished these 5 days. This is the kitchen done as far as we could go. Here is the dining room. You can see into that living room. We're taking that wall down, so cool. And then the slider is getting replaced up the road. This is the original slider from the 70s. All this is taken down. You can see we have construction equipment everywhere. It just kind of happens. Into the living room, we are good here. I think we had a couple of pieces of the paneling left, but I pulled that down later, but looking pretty good in here as well. Then we're in the front room, which is going to be my office. That closet is gone. It is not a huge room, but it looks so much bigger than it was. And then as we move over to the bedrooms, I have one wall left in one of those bedrooms. But otherwise, everything else is down, which is so exciting that we're able to do that. So just panning around, you can see that exterior siding. There's the other room. This is all going to be the master suite, so excited to see that. And then this is the laundry room that got demoed by Jordan and his dad. So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, or subscribe below. We'll have more for you next week, so thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.